Password game, a game that can leave many people frustrated.
I think I gave up. I gave up.
Paula, starve! No!
Yet, for those who refuse to surrender, success eventually comes. But what of AI? Humans can pass this game, but can artificial intelligence do the same? Let's find out by having ChatGPT attempt to play the password game. The idea of this game sounds simple, just make a password. But there's a catch. Your password has to meet all 35 rules of the game.
That's a lot of rules.
At first, the rules are easy, like including a special character or ensuring the digits in your password add up to 25. But as you progress, the rules become much tougher, requiring you to guess the name of a random country or figure out the best move in a random chess game. And to make things worse, your password catches fire, and if this egg gets burned in that fire, then game over. So, without further ado, let's see if ChatGPT can beat this password game or not. Well, ChatGPT can play the game directly, so I had to act as a middleman. Okay, choose a password. Simple 1, 2, 3. Well, rule 4 is not followed. So here's the rule 4. Give me the updated password. Copy. Paste. Now, rule 5 is not followed. Make sure that password follows the rule 5. This went on for a while. At times, I stepped in, like when rule 10 presented a CAPTCHA, something ChatGPT could not solve on its own. Everything was going smoothly until we reached rule 14, where the password had to include a random country's name. I am no GeoGuessr expert. In fact, I have never played any GeoGuessr games. So how could I help ChatGPT here? Luckily, I know a bit about web development. Using the developer tools, I extracted the link to this random place and passed it to ChatGPT, and it worked.
That is so smart.
With this small victory, I felt this game is just a piece of cake for ChatGPT. But then came rule 15. The password must include a leap year. That was easy enough. But then it messed up rule 5. The numbers didn't add up to 25 anymore. Despite my attempts to correct ChatGPT, it started hallucinating and making things up, saying, this sum adds up to 25, but as you can see, it adds up to 35. After a few failed attempts, I decided to fix this rule myself. But then the game hit me with another challenge. The password needed the best move in this chess game. I do play chess occasionally, but I am far from an expert, so I can't help ChatGPT here. But this next chess move website can. Piece by piece, I recreated the whole game and the site calculated the best move. I passed this info to ChatGPT. By the time rule 17 appeared, the stakes had risen to new heights. This game told me to include an egg emoji in the password, and to make it sure it never got deleted. The pressure was high now. If I accidentally erased the egg, it would be game over. Sure enough, after a few minutes, I slipped. I copied the password from ChatGPT without the egg emoji and game over. Paul has been slain. For a moment, I sat in stunned silence. It wasn't ChatGPT's fault, it was mine. So I restarted the game. There were moments when ChatGPT hallucinated or couldn't solve a rule due to its limitations. So I stepped in to help because I really wanted ChatGPT to pass this game. As we cleared rule 19, I felt the end was near. More than 50% of the game was finished. But just as I began to feel a sense of accomplishment, rule 20 arrived and my password caught on fire. No matter what I did, I couldn't save it. Paul was gone again. Frustrated, I went to bed. The next day, I started fresh. Slowly but surely, we got closer to the goal of finishing all 35 rules. Yet, with each passing moment, I realized that I was doing most of the work. The further we went, the more I played and the less ChatGPT contributed. I was feeding Paul every minute, calculating atomic numbers and handling other tasks of the game, while ChatGPT mainly followed along. In the end, it was no longer ChatGPT playing it. It felt like I was playing the password game. And so I came to a conclusion. Though ChatGPT excels at many tasks, the password game is not one of them. The more the game goes on, the more complex it becomes, and it's too much for an AI to handle. So, right now, AIs can't beat human intelligence, but who knows what the future holds.